Hey, thanks for watching. This video is from service technician Mele. He does a lot of commercial work as well as commercial refrigeration. And in this job, he finds a particular problem. But what this video is actually about is preventing refrigerant flood back after you get the compressor up and working. Eric's a very thoughtful technician, and whenever you're running a compressor, you need to think about, are you potentially bringing liquid down that suction line where it's going to get into that compressor and cause either a flooded start or flooded running, because it will cause damage. Even if it doesn't make it into the head, it can cause damage by washing that oil out of the compressor, which then results in loss of lubrication. Hope you enjoy.
Here on this freezer, I'm a little out of practice. I ran to the indoor unit and saw an E7 error code, which I thought was compressor shutdown. So I come up to the roof. Well, let me back up a bit. So I went in the monitor menu, it's a beacon, and I looked at what I thought was suction pressure, and it was showing 2. So I came up to the roof and I check, and it's 60 up here, 60 PSI equalized. So I'm like, well, that's not correct. Maybe I have a bad pressure transducer downstairs. So I go back down and I verify E7 is the compressor shutdown error code, and the setting I was looking at was valve position and not suction pressure. So long story short, I got no power to the disconnect. I checked to see if I have anything grounded in the unit before I restore power. So I'm gonna go down now and restore power to the disconnect, and we're gonna see what happens. They said they've been having tons of brownouts at this store. I know it took out an automatic door the other day and had a couple other issues, so maybe it's a reset and run call, maybe not. Here we go, we got a tripped breaker. 20 amp, I'll have to check, but I think that's good for the unit. Alright, now one thing to keep in mind, I got an interesting situation, right? I got my freezer's at 10. This condenser also does the same box. I got 60 PSI equalized in the system, high and low side, because this thing's been trying to run without a compressor. I don't want to flood out this unit, and since it's a beacon, it's kind of going to do what it wants with the EEV. I got no good control over that. So I have the receiver closed, I have the suction closed. I'm going to pump this thing down and I'm going to crack the suction and use that to hold back the refrigerant, so I slowly bring it back to the compressor and store it in my receiver before letting this thing run. I don't want to just rip it open and all that liquid potentially that's in the coil, unless it's low for some reason, but potentially my whole system charge is in my evaporator right now because it's hot out here, it's cold in there. I don't want to flood this out. No accumulator, so I'm not going to be able to get it on video because I got too much going on. I'm going to have to engage that contactor, throttle this, and watch my probes on my phone. So that's the idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to very slowly let the refrigerant come back and stack up in the receiver. Everything that's in the suction side of the system right now, then I'll let it rip and see what happens. So after easing it back on, we got a full oil sight glass, we got a clear sight glass, everything's good. It was just down so low in pressure because of how cold it is down there, which is what I expected. I didn't expect it was going to be low, but you never know until it gets running. That's going to be it for this call. Actually, let's check that breaker size before I forget. Max overcurrent 20. That's right what it's supposed to be. So we'll let it run, and I think it was just a brownout. And I got another call over there I already looked at. Not that first train, but that second is rusted through the condenser. Nothing exciting there. That's what happens when the ocean is right on the other side of those buildings. That one's a 2013. This one's already getting replaced. I already wrote this one up. I'm getting a new curb on this one. New disconnect. I think it's a 2015 or 16. It's done. It's already got a coil done. That's what happens. I mean, we've replaced both of these units, all 3 of these units. Somehow that sandwich case is hanging on, but I know I'll be back for that soon. Anyway, thanks for watching.